No.
Hello and welcome to the Sharp Fit for Life podcast, episode number 9. Yeah, here we are going to talk about how important is space.
I'm not good. My chain was on that thumbnail.
I'm not entirely sure I'm going to agree with you on that one, but anyway, such is life. You are the creator of the thumbnail, so I'll have to bow down to your greater knowledge on this one. But with regards to space, space is big. I mean, really big. I mean, it's mind-bogglingly huge, as Douglas Adams said. And the thing is, as human beings, we're quite adept at actually filling our own space, either our own space in our lives, or our space at our gyms, etc., or our homes and things. And Ben Elton put it a lot more crude when it comes down to stuff. And I will paraphrase it. He said, "Stuff expands to the space provided," and I think that can pretty much be said in a real way. So, what's your kind of thoughts? How important is space?
Quite important. I mean, this is game changing.
Absolutely, and I think this is the reason why we're talking about that today. I mean, we've actually now got this amazing space that we're able to use now as the log cabin home gym type of thing, and we're kind of really enjoying it. It's really made a big difference, and it's one of those things where I kind of had the concept 18 months ago in the middle of lockdown, etc. So we'd do that, and we've had this now in play where we can actually use it since the weekend, and we're still managing to get us like at least 4 or 5 hours worth of use out of it a day by the time everybody in the family has been and done their little bit of workouts or just used it as a bit of a chill out spot. So actually, I think this space is working for us, but
it's good for the podcast too. It looks a lot better, especially when we get the panel lights in.
Oh yeah. Well, it's not.
I don't know. I quite like this lighting though. It's all right.
Yeah, you like
it? Not that bad with the ghetto rig we have going.
Well, we haven't quite got the electrics finished. The building's still got to settle and all the rest of the bits and pieces. But the thing is, we are talking about space as being quite an important thing. And us as a family, we've got 5 of us living in the same household. So space is a premium, because we're all coming into life, not just the fact of the stuff that you do as your family, but there's also that collective sets of memories. Everybody's got their own hobbies. They've all got their own interests, the things that they want to do. So by the time you can then multiply that up, like 5 people for 5 lifetimes, actually,
and 5 lifestyles as well.
Yeah, 5 different lifestyles. Yeah, absolutely. It feels like blinking Piccadilly Circus in our house. I think I go to bed by the time you come back home. God, times have changed, eh? Hi, Mom. You remember those days? So yeah, it's one of those things, isn't it, where we all are fighting for a little bit extra space. But the thing is, we don't just do this physically in our own lives as well, where we're all kind of got that physical space. There's also things like, for example, like the time that we've got and our mental space and the time we've got for relaxing, etc. For some reason, and certainly in this modern world, we seem to have got into this kind of rigmarole where actually we all try to cram so much into our lives and things that we don't leave those spaces around to actually really enjoy some of those moments or to give our bodies time to recover or rest, etc.
Rest and recovery, the last podcast.
Rest and Recovery was one of the previous podcasts. Definitely check that out on YouTube, on Spotify, on Apple Music, on Amazon. It's getting everywhere. It's great.
Google, actually.
It's on Google, yeah. It's on Google, yeah. And soon to be coming to our website as well.
Oh, yeah. Just setting that up.
Oh, yes, absolutely. See, now, Web God. Web God.
Well, space and time again.
Yeah, space and time. I'm feeling it for you quite nicely, I think. Yeah. But the thing is, we still need to find that kind of space in our lives. And especially if you're looking at making some kind of big change, because, you guys know my story now. In 2019, I kind of decided I was going to make that massive change. Well, actually, 2014, I started making a massive change. But 2019 is when things really started to happen. And one of the things that I found was actually I needed to create the time and space for it to make it work, because trying to fit it in amongst everything else for the previous 5 years just didn't work for me. It was that simple. I had to actually create that space to, be able to exercise. But it's more than just the exercise thing, though. I had to create the space to do all the preparation for it, to do the research around it, to do the meal preparations for it. So it is quite a significant commitment when you think about it. But one of the best benefits was
the transformation, surely.
Nah, that's kind of a secondary effect, actually. That was kind of it's that want versus need, isn't it? And I really, really needed to have that kind of transformation and really wanted to get there. But actually, one of the key benefits was kind of a bit of a byproduct, because
having your own time.
Yeah, because I created time and space for me. That meant I had to get more efficient at other parts of my life. So my schedule had to become a lot more efficient, a lot more easier to fit things in and be able to get better results out of those things. And also it meant that I had to become a lot more confident in what I was doing because, straight away I couldn't afford to effectively spend and waste time in various different places where, people looking at me before thought I was quite efficient with time and things. But I think in comparison to where I am today, I was an amateur back then. And so that's, for me, is another one of those kind of really key things about that time space type element. You need to kind of create the time for yourself on those
Well,
things.
yeah, there's never much space in your diary though. That is chock-a-block at all times.
Gotta remember, if it ain't in the diary,
It's not happening.
it doesn't get done.
Yeah.
But that's it. It's a way of making it work. So now, even in my diary, I actually diarise times to relax, diarise times actually to take time out of things, to make sure that it does happen, because otherwise it does just get consumed. So, for example, going for massages is in there. We're going out as a family, and we're going to go watch Ghostbusters tonight, for example. It's time away from actually doing work, etc., and spending time with you guys. We've got time in the diary for setting up Christmas trees and things. This is the Christmas season.
We're having a Christmas tree.
We're having two.
Real or fake? I haven't heard this news.
Fake. We always have two Christmas trees.
Do we? I remember we had a big one.
I love how observant he is. Comment below. Have you got a kid that's like this? Yeah? Yeah?
Where? How big?
I think one's a 3-foot tree, isn't it? And the other one's a 5-foot tree.
Where's it? Oh, fair enough.
And so one's going to go in the windowsill, and the other one's going to go in what was the gym, is now the dining room, and hopefully next year we'll
So now we have space for a Christmas tree that apparently we already had before. I don't think we did.
We did. We definitely did. We always have. It's just we used to put both of them on the windowsill, and it was a bit more cramped. That with the it's like brigade of penguins and everything else that kind of goes on there, and so that's going to be quite interesting.
Awesome.
But so we were talking about time and space, etc. What other kind of things can you think about when it comes down to space?
Well, I'm thinking, do we have space for a boxing bag in here?
Yes, we will be getting a boxing bag in here, definitely. Yeah,
that's cool. Where?
Not entirely certain.
The viewers can't even see it, but
this lot might be changing. You see, at the moment, I'm just
but you're going to dangle it from the ceiling.
Yeah, well, it needs to dangle from the ceiling.
Yeah, I quite like one of them. Yeah, you can work at quite a sweat.
Yeah, well, you got boxing gloves in there, so
well, that's what made me think of it, because not the other day about that, I don't know, punching the wall, wrong height as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Kind of need a secondary person for that.
But when we think about space, for example, we'll talk about the time aspect. We've talked about that.
Talking about this thing, by the way, again. Need someone to hold it.
Kickboxing pad.
With 2 bad feet.
One of the many things I tried to do to lose weight between 2014 and 2019. If you want to know more ideas of what doesn't work, comment below. Quite happy to give you loads of those type of things. Sucking on shoelaces, that definitely doesn't work. Fat burning coffee, that definitely didn't work. Yeah, lots of things that just didn't work. But anyway, we can come back to that as another pod. That's actually probably a good one for another podcast. Now, bits that just don't work or didn't work for me. That's a good. We should do that one. But anyway, back to space, because we keep going off on these little tangents all over the place. And we talked about time. We talked about physical space. What about mental space? Because actually having space in your own mind just to let it wander and think and imagine and kind of try that creative piece. You see, I once heard a guy actually say. In fact, it was Andy. Andy said, if you're watching this, Andy, comment below. You're more than welcome to. And he said that you'll never be happier than when you're creating. So you always feel better for creation than consumption. And we're in this consuming society, aren't we? Right? We're out there. We've got to watch this, buy that, do this, explore that, experience this. That's all that kind of consumption mentality kind of thing. But actually, when you give yourself some time and space just to be in that creative mode and think, actually, what is it we can build? What is it we can do? It's amazing just how liberating it is. So, I mean, while it can be infuriating as well, like, for example, the cabin, it's taken 18 months and we had all those kind of interesting problems to get over. But the thing was, it was actually really interesting being able to go through that journey, the frustrations as well as the setbacks, because it was a creation piece. We've brought life to kind of this space, and the same happens in so many other things as well.
But then again, you can be doing work and your head's just full, and then people are trying to speak to you and you're trying to do one thing and your head's in too many places.
Yeah,
I've been there and you're there every day, probably every minute, every day.
Not quite every minute. Oh, I used to be there every minute, every every day.
I don't know. You're trying to put a light bulb up the other day, and I'm talking about one thing, and I'm talking about another thing. Mum was talking about something else, and you're trying to put a light bulb up.
Oh yeah, yeah. I
That
forgot
is
about that.
nearly creation.
That wasn't a light bulb. That was an entire light fitting. Yeah. Please don't let me electrocute myself. Yeah. Talk about distractions. Lots of distractions going on. But yeah, just creating that kind of mental space as well. So you've kind of got that element of your life. So you do have that time just to think and relax. And I don't think I've ever quite experienced boredom for a very, very long time. But I'm looking forward to it one day. I think it'll be a good thing to experience. In the meantime, I'll just enjoy bits of creation and bits of imagination, everything that kind of pops around and comes out and those kind of things.
Yeah.
So we talked about space now from the physical space. We talked about time and space and creating that in your diary, etc., and scheduling things in. We talked about mental space. Any kind of spaces that I'm missing?
I mean, I don't think so. Maybe.
Okay, probably. Well, the thing is, I think
It's not
actually,
really much more than mental or physical, is it? That's like the two.
well,
It's either in your head or it's in the world. That's
yeah,
it.
well, you've got mental, physical, emotional, psychological,
Yeah, but emotional is mental.
spiritual. You've got
Spiritual, but I don't think we're best tested in them. I don't know anything about spiritual things.
Yeah.
How deep are you on spirituality? Well, actually, I'm furious. Oh, I can't. It's a gift. I was going to tell a story. You'll have to wait till after Christmas to tell this story.
Okay. Stay tuned for an upcoming episode. I've got no idea what
I'll
this one's
completely
about.
forget. Well, I can tell you after, but if the person watches it, it'll give away what I got them. So it's going to be an after Christmas.
Someone's getting a surprise for Christmas.
I'll just have a story about it, but then I'll give it away.
Cool. Oh, there is that whole connection thing into the universe is made up of waves and energy, all that kind of lovely stuff. So
We could do one of these on what's the word? Superstition.
on superstition.
Not really much gym related.
I'm going to say exercise related superstitions. Is this where you're going to tell
No,
me you
because
don't change your socks or something?
no, you can't walk under a ladder. We ain't got
a ladder. Yeah, no ladder, no black cats. Yeah,
Maybe
okay.
a triple drain hole though.
Triple drain.
Oh, there's none of these out here either.
Yeah. No, I think you're okay actually.
Umbrella. Open an umbrella indoors.
Oh, you're going to go specifically get an umbrella to open it indoors now, just to test the superstition theory. Really?
Maybe.
Okay.
Do a video on it.
That'll be something different, won't it?
Wet everything by like.
No, that'll just make me angry. Well, that would definitely prove the superstition.
Well, yeah. Let's do that. Let's film that. Look, we can have a YouTube reel as well.
A YouTube reel of me going all sort of John Cleese on you or something.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
no, I don't think that was a good idea. Oh dear. Anyway, I think we've.
Superstitious son angers dad. I could get some views.
Oh, you're looking for pitching now. Crumbs, we're going to have to get you doing the PR next.
Film on the GoPro, get a sponsorship. And
Cool. I think
progress.
we've probably brought this topic to a wrap.
Yeah.
Talking about, how it is important to kind of create those spaces in your life, physically, mentally, and, time-wise, so that, you have got that ability to change and transform and fulfill it for any of your goals. This doesn't have to be just about physique or lifestyle. This can be any kind of goal because, they're all exactly the same. They all take energy, they all take resources, etc. So if you don't create that amount of space or dedicate that amount of resources to it, you ain't going to be able to get the results that you want out of the back of it.
Yeah, you need to make time for the things you want to do.
Yeah, be able to measure it out.
But I mean, I ain't experienced having a mortgage and kids, etc. So it's probably a bit harder. But you seem to manage it, so it must be possible.
I'm still smiling.
Just.
Right, well, in which case, it's been absolutely fabulous listening to you. As always, comments below, give us any questions, etc. you want us to answer. We really love to be able to get all of those. And just like, subscribe, and
Listen on anything you want now,
Listen on-
really.
yeah.
If you search it, it'll probably be on there, which is a good place to be.
And feel free to share it to somebody you think might actually be able to benefit from this message. Right, so I'll leave you guys to it. Have an absolutely awesome week ahead, and we shall see you later. Bye for now.